How we doing, everyone? It's DC3 Johnson here with another Madden 21 franchise mode video, guys. So just doing a quick recap of last year's performance. So we got Coach of the Year and also MVP for our boy Kyler Murray. Results, as you can see, we did really good. We faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we have to say goodbye to our boy Fitzgerald, who decides to hang it up, call it a career. Or a couple of the other people, Philip Rivers, who in real life actually did end up retiring this season, and of course, apparently Pete Carroll and Andy Reid are calling in, even though they have no intention of doing that in real life. But we're going to go ahead and go on. So we're going to re-sign some of our boys here, including Zane Gonzalez. Definitely was a very, very touching period to be able to say goodbye to Fitzgerald by winning the Super Bowl here. So a couple of the re-signing guys that we definitely have to look for is we're trying to see if we can get a linebacker because we ended up not going. Right now, looking at the top free agents, we have Kamara being available, but we already kind of have our side set on King and Drake, so we don't want to really waste the money on getting another halfback. So we're going to go ahead and focus on getting a defensive tackle, and Sheldon Ratkins, going to make him a 2-year offer. And then we're also going to go for a right guard here with Mr. Leary, and try to see if we can upgrade our offensive line and just get a little bit better. Definitely with losing Fitzgerald, I mean, it's definitely going to be something a little bit tougher, but we're going to try to see if we can develop Isabella as the potential third weapon. And if not, hopefully develop some of our prospects to good standing. Definitely, like I said, guys, was really happy to see the results as the Vikings with the first pick end up taking Trevor Lawrence. We faced Tampa. We faced the Saints, and we faced Big Ben in the Super Bowl, so we definitely took on a challenging postseason, guys. So, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to watch everything. If you missed anything, I definitely urge you to check it out. That way, there's definitely some fun games, definitely some entertaining moments, definitely some really close calls. So right now, guys, since it is the last pick of the first round, we're just going to go ahead and double down. And since we don't really need anything too major, we did have a good fortune with free agency. We're going to go ahead and trade for next year. So we end up getting the 49ers to give us their picks for next year, and just kind of go really hard on next year's picks, especially since some of our guys, we might not be able to keep them due to salary cap restrictions. So we might as well load up on picks right now so that we can figure out what we can do in the future to replace some of the guys that we'll be losing in the next couple off seasons. Right now, because of the trades that we did earlier this season, we didn't have another pick until the 4th round, and we end up looking at our roster. We end up going for a punter because we did end up losing Andy Lee. So right now we're just looking to see, and we do need a better center or a backup center, since we ended up having injury list with our center last year. And right now, just trying to see if we could get a wide receiver. I personally like to have a really nice class of wide receivers, but I also know we need to focus on our center backs. It's actually been one of the areas that I personally think that we could get a little better and develop our bench here. But unfortunately, there was just nobody that seemed that appealing. So we're going to go ahead and end up trading the pick as well. And we're going to give it to the Buffalo Bills. So now we're going to skip to the 7th and just use that for the final pick here. Just going to take a quick look. So we're going to take a quick look at what we have available left on our draft board. Looks like there's a wide receiver available that was apparently scouted, but I'm just going to see if we have a better option. And it looks like we do. We have our boy, Mr. Little. So we're going to double down. Looks like it was a mid-4th round. Getting him last, it potentially could be a good solid pick for us. 67 overall, that's not too bad. And so we're going to go ahead and go there. And so as we take a quick look at free agency for the preseason, we see Kareem Hunt's available for signing, so we're going to go ahead and take full advantage of this and try to get rid. So right now we're going to trade Mr. Sweltzler and try to upgrade our our staffing here. So it's definitely we're going to make some cuts. And now we're going to be facing Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens here in the first game of the preseason, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off this second season here, guys. Right now, definitely the key thing for us, I know we are going to play a little bit of Kyler Murray in this, but we want to make sure we develop our bench, so we're probably going to have the backup play most of the game and possibly bench Christian Kirk and DeAndre Hopkins in exchange for developing our younger wide receiver, since we do need to have a third option available to us. So we're definitely going to go ahead and need to develop that third weapon. Possibly we might also keep Kenyon Drake back and see if we can maybe develop Chase Edmonds, or I believe Mr. Benjamin is our third halfback, so we're going to see what we can do here. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and start off the opening drive here for the preseason. Right now, we got some defense coming towards us. We go for the long, ambitious pass to Mr. Isabella, who's going to get a 21-yard reception. And it's definitely, for me, my personal, hopefully, pick for our third option. Although I do have to say that Max Williams has been really good at being that third option. Even though he's our tight end, he has been a very strong option for us. So I think we're going to have to go ahead and look and see what we can do here, as once again our boy Max Williams is going to get us to the red zone for the first time here tonight here against the Ravens. And so now just getting the offense going. Unfortunately, we end up intercepting there, and it's going to be a touchback there as Mr. Isabel is able to get the tackle. And so right now we're doing a couple of changes just to make sure, because I did see DeAndre and Christian Kirk out there. We're trying to take them off the bench so that way we can really develop our guys here. We have Ricky James, Keyshawn Johnson, and Isabella as being the primary options right now, as boom right here, our rookie, actually Mr. James, this should be Mr. James Jr. actually, who ends up getting the solid pass here, and now getting Mr. Chase Edmonds involved in the halfback position. With about 21 seconds left here, we're going once again 3rd and 10 here. We're going to go ahead and run for it here. And boom, unfortunately, another interception there. DeAndre Hopkins apparently was going to be the intended receiver, even though I did put him on the bench. So Madden's always trying to overrule me. And now with our backup quarterback, we're going to go ahead and run for it. Did not really realize it wasn't Kyler Murray until we were already midway through. And so right there, easy pass option for us, getting our rookies involved. Mr. Huntley, who I believe we drafted with the 4th round pick, is able to get the pass there, and once again able to go 2 for 2 here on this drive. And so once again another pass option here. This time it should be our boy it's actually Mr. Huntley. Actually, Mr. Huntley again. So we go 3 for 3, guys. 3 consecutive passes to Mr. Huntley, and we end up getting his first receiving touchdown of the pros here. And so that is going to be a fantastic run for us. Our backup quarterback is absolutely stoked. He's just like, you know what, man? I'm just happy for the opportunity here. And so, happy to be here. And so now we start the second half down by 3 here against the Ravens. And so now we, again, just trying to figure out why DeAndre Hopkins is still in this game. But you know what? That's just going to be a Madden question for the next video, definitely. And so we're going to once again give it to our boy here. I believe Chase Edmonds is been doing kind of decent, not too bad. And so they're just taking a quick look at our rookie. So Mr. Little, our punter, and definitely, ooh, perfect. And so right there, actually, boom. And so right now we go 4th and inches. We do decide to go for it on 4th down, seeing that, this was a good opportunity for us. Take a quick gamble. Unfortunately, ends up coming to hurt us later in the ball game here. But it's all good because the Ravens end up intercepting, looks like. And so we once again start here from their own 30-yard line. We're going to take our boy here for a little run. And so we're going to get another 1st and 10 here at the 18-yard line with about 8 minutes left here in the third. And so there's going to be a quick pass to Mr. Chase Edmonds here. And we're going to go back to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 2 here on this play. We're going to go for the run. We haven't done too much success with the run. I believe we're only about 29 yards in. And so right now we just crossed 30. with our boy Chase Edmonds. Granted, I think the past couple games I am noticing that I think we've had more luck with our quarterbacks getting the runs than our halfbacks. So definitely something we're going to need to look into. I don't know if it's maybe an offensive line thing or potentially, we might need to just really focus on developing our halfbacks to kind of be able to get that extra yard or two after the initial tackle. But it's all good. This time we're gonna once again give it to DeAndre Hopkins. He's gonna get his first touchdown of the preseason here as we take the lead, and he's over here doing a little dance for the Cardinals. On the road here, and so we start from the 2-yard line. Looks like they end up intercepting really close to our end zone, guys. And so at about 3:57 here in the third, we're going to see an opportunity here, 2nd and inches. And so right there, guys, look at this beautiful pass right there. It ends up being a sneak, and it's going to be a touchdown pass from 89 yards. So great job to our rooks who have done absolutely wonderful and just breaking away there. There we see just a beautiful pass right there, just a quick look. And so right there, Mr. Cooley just able to kind of get the pass before it's intercepted, and just unfortunately just loses his balance, and then Mr. Cooley is able to take full advantage and just pull away to the end zone for the touchdown. And so just like that, we took the lead. The Ravens end up coming back and scoring a touchdown to tie the game at 24. And so we're gonna go for a little bit of a gamble here. Unfortunately, with that pass, it ends up being 2nd and 7 here. But once again, another beautiful pass available to us. We're able to sneak away here, and I believe. See, it looks so good, but it looks like we end up getting tackled right at the 1-yard line. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and challenge the play. I just feel like I have to. I mean, it looks like he fell, but I believe he is short. Looks like the knee ends up hurting him there. But I think we did do a good job in really going, challenging that. And so it ends up not mattering because our boy Mr. Daniels is able to run it in for a touchdown. And so that puts us up 30-24 here in the game, and possibly should definitely wrap things up for us here. And so definitely excited about this. Always good to develop our rosters as much as possible. Right now we're just going to go for the run here, about under 2 minutes here. They have to really get the stops, which unfortunately they were just not able to do, and we're able to kill the game with the run. And so that's going to be the final score for us here, 31-24. We end up getting the nice win over Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens to start off our preseason, guys. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to the end to watch everything. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Definitely stay tuned for the next one, guys. I'm definitely going to try to wrap up the preseason so we can work on week 1 of the regular season of season 2, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and stay safe out there.